this Sunday night here on Overdrive Automotive Media YouTube channel. My name is Cam Gillens, and alongside, like always, we have our good buddy here, Jacob Nickerson. How's it going, Jacob?
It's going pretty good, man. I'm excited for what we have in store here. I mean, it's gonna be an awesome time. We have some roaring engines and roaring drivers.
Yeah, so tonight, you're joining us. We are here at the Michigan International Speedway for the Slingshot Racing League's first season of Street Stalkers here at the Clash. So, as you kind of just started alluding into there, Jacob, it's like we've got some new engines going on.
Yeah, just for this race and this race only in the series, we are tuning up the engines to 110% because iRacing let us do that about 2-3 days ago. And that's going to make them go up the wick. By myself in testing, I was able to run a 141 mile an hour across the line at 100%, and when at 110 I was able to run 150. So we're going to see some high speed action of these streeters, probably faster than they can handle. But with that, you come with a new series, very similar drivers to the mini stock series we ran a few months ago here, and with being a little bit new, a little bit old, you're going to see some really good racing, I think. And with the draft in effect as well, with this big track here at Michigan, I mean, you are flat out in these street stocks, and even with the power increase, you are still flat out going as hard as you can go.
It's like, yeah, I'm really stoked. When you guys announced that we were going to Michigan, I was like, whoa, that's a wicked combination. And then come to find out, like Jacob was saying there, iRacing allowed you to kind of tune up these engines a little bit. So it's even going to be even more spectacular. So I can't wait to see what we're going on tonight. It looks like we got about a minute and a half left before we go into our heater tonight. But yeah, I'm just ecstatic that, I mean, we've got some regulars, we got a couple new guys in here, so, and with the prospects and everything going through, we're looking into really good series. I'm pretty excited, as you can see on the schedule of upcoming events on the left side of your screen right now. So we're here for, what, 11 weeks now here, Jacob?
11 weeks with the Clash, yeah. It's a 10 race regular season, and with this preseason race is going to be 11 weeks.
So that we're getting a whole bunch of different tracks going on. Like next week we're going to Vegas. I know we've got a dirt track, and we do have a road course, right?
2 road courses. We got Watkins Glen at the beginning of the season and Charlotte Roval at the end.
So that's going to be very, very interesting, I think.
So the champion of this series is going to be the one who can adapt the best. We got a lot of variety on the schedule here. I'm really excited for it. As
I am. It's like, we all know, if people that's watched our broadcast here live on Overdrive, that I'm a huge fan of Vegas. Yes, because it's my home track, but I think it's just a racer's racetrack. And it seems like if you can get pretty consistent lap times and everything, you'll usually do pretty good there. And it looks like qualifying is about, it looks like we have a couple last minute,
a lot of last minute drivers, holy
drivers that showed up. So when we go through the ticker and everything, you'll see, being that it's a new series, there's gonna be some numbers that's kind of gonna be missing from the tickers, but we'll get that sorted as we go. That it looks like we're about ready to grid up.
Yes, we are. We're looking like everybody's getting lined up, ready to go.
All right, we're gonna go trackside live streaming here.
And what you're saying about how Vegas is your home track, Michigan is the closest I can get to a home track. So,
all right, I'm very excited as we're gonna go through our grid. So you got on the pole is the 53 of Chris French, followed by the number 7 of Paul Hahn in second, the 88 of James Danforth in third, followed by the 69 of Larry Pauling in fourth, and then you got Steve Vest in the 60 in fifth.
And then following up, you have the number 34, is it?
34, yep.
Number 34 slash Bertha, because he couldn't get his number in time. Randy Gross starting in 6th. On the 4th row, you have the number 56 of Jacob Phillips. Right beside him is going to be the number 52 of Johnny Rapp. With the row behind him, starting in 9th place, is the number 1 of Nathan Gentry. Who, again, because of the late join, we weren't able to get his number rigged up. So right now he's going to be the 18, but on track he is the number 1. And the rest of the season he will be the number 1. I'd say he's going to be the number 1 driver as well. In 10th position, we have repeat comer. There's a word for that I can't remember. Repeat customer, number 44 of Patrick O'Toole here in the Wheeling Modified Big Block Chevy, ready to go. And then starting in 11th place, you have the number 54 of Devin Lyons, a newcomer to the series. Let's see what he can show off for us.
Alright. Looks like a...
They're just very possible that Johnny Rapp missed the gridding here. He was off getting ice cream, getting a nice warm coffee. It is a bit foggy out here. That was not by intention, but... So we're just doing what those modern movies do with all that grayscale they got going on.
So I like how we've got a mixture of all the makes, and I really like what the 69 of Larry Pauling has got going on there with the Trans Am inspired 69 right here.
Oh yeah, there's a nice looking car right there. So you got all these makes, but not a single Ford out there. It's just a Chevy and another Chevy body. It's 2 Chevy bodies.
So I think some people, like I said, are kind of late comers, so they maybe don't have another body than the Camaros.
That's a good point.
I know that's me. He's like, I only own a Camaro, so for that reason, he's like, I only did this when they had those along, and then maybe down the line I'll get to one of the others. But looks like the pace car is pulling off.
Pace car's pulling off. We're getting ready to go. Green flag is out. We're on the way. As we already have some pack racing here, you got a little working together between Patrick O'Toole and Randy Gross here in the back of the pack, as we're still side by side looking like we're pacing. So it's a short little heat race here. It's only 7 laps, so whatever positions you can gain, you keep as hard as you can. We got a little bit of wall contact a little bit, but they're able to keep it going. Larry pulling down to the inside. Gonna see if he can make a pass on Jim. He's making a 3-wide move to the front of the pack, boys.
Yeah.
Look at him go!
Let's go for the lead here.
Go on, Larry! I know I'm supposed to be unbiased, but I want to see that man succeed. And look at him succeeding right there in that number 69 Trans Am, man. Everybody's loving to see it. The crowd's going wild. But Chris Smith is not going to let him go silently in that good night. We have a 3-wide battle for 3rd.
So Larry there is making a good old late Burt Reynolds proud in that good old Trans Am.
Oh yeah.
But,
So you got a wide track, so you can go 5 wide if you want to, and they're really tempted. They're going aggressive on this star. I'm loving to see it, man. We got some sparks coming off the back end of Jacob Phillips here as he touches the wall, but Larry Pauling was slingshot maneuver around Chris French. Holy damn.
It looks like we got Jacob Phillips trying to high line, going in the back, trying to create some momentum up there with the 7 of Paul Hahn.
You got Patrick O'Toole making a move back from the back of the pack, not being able to qualify. He's going to try and make a move for 3rd here, going on the bottom of the track. Randy Groves following him that way. He sees what the 44 is ordering for breakfast, and he says, I want some. Oh, we are tight by 3. We're looking like a round wheel 4 wide here in a second, but Paul Hahn backs out of it. Patrick O'Toole had that thing on the edge, looking to take the lead away from this battle between Chris French and Larry Pauling. What a race we have going on here, boys.
This is just a heat race.
Yes. This is just for starting positions. There's not even points on the line like there's going to be in the regular series. Chris French giving a bump to old Larry
Oh!
Pulling here. Oh, a little bit of a sketch going on there. Catch control dives to the bottom.
Looks like a
Steve Best is in no man's land.
looks like a good buddy, Jacob Phillips. Oh,
Whoa!
looks like we got people up for the front.
Oh, we got a spin. We got a few cars tangled up in that one. That was bound to happen with how tight we were racing there, boys.
Or we're gonna go back and see if we can figure out what truly happened there. It's like I know we saw Paul Hahn there, so we're gonna see what happened. Oh, looks like he got into Danforth a little bit.
James a little bit, tried to save it, went down the track, and that got into Lions there. See, the wreck was happening behind him. Phillips had that thing sideways, able to save it. I mean, I am shaking, I tell you.
That was some crazy action.
So I want to see the onboard Lions there. It looked like he almost avoided it, got caught up in the last second.
Let me see if we can pull that back up. We're go on board with him and see if we can see what he saw of all that's going in front of him.
He's got a run coming from the back end of Nathan Gentry there as he just lines up the competition, trying his way around it.
So this is coming out of turn 3, turn 4 right here. Looks like he got a little.
So he touches Gentry a little bit, and that drives him up the track into Phillips.
Okay, so that's what happened to Phillips. Keep watching here. This is when all that calamity ensues. Is about right here. Yeah.
And again, he's just trying to catch up the back, and then chaos.
Oh,
So it's looking wide open, but no, he just got into gross there a little bit, and that tore up his race car. I do believe they do have fast repair for this heat race, if I'm not mistaken.
Looks like we got some guys down pit road getting some of that damage that we just seen.
A lot of takers.
All fixed.
So I think Phillips is running on 3 tires.
That's wild. And we got 3 F bodies. Count them, 3. All up front. 1, 2, 3.
What some people say is pay to win. I say nah.
And then this, the heats or the race, does caution laps count there, Jacob?
Caution laps will not count for the heat races, but for the regular races, caution laps will count.
Okay.
As we have the 69 Larry Pauling leading this field. I don't know if you could tell by my giddiness in the beginning there, but I am a huge fan of this man.
So he's
It's
been
really
very
awesome.
Very aggressive here, early going here.
So I've been really happy to see his progression throughout from when I started racing him to now.
So we'll go through the top 5 here
Yeah.
at this juncture. We got Larry Pauling, as Jacob was saying, in first. We got the 60 Steve Vest in second. We'll see what happens. It looks like our timing kind of did a little funky thing for a second, but we'll wait for it to, okay. Get the one of Nathan Gentry in third, followed by the 88 James Danforth in fourth, then 44 Patrick O'Toole in fifth.
They do have latecomer here, Johnny Rapp. He wasn't able to make the start, so he's starting in the back of the pack a few laps down, but we'll see if he can get anything going here as Patrick O'Toole takes the alternative road course line during the during the pace laps.
Unless it looks like Johnny did get back one of those laps down for missing the grid, so.
He did indeed. He is now just one lap down instead of two.
We're coming green this time. It's like, did we decide as a single file?
I think the heat races might be a single file for some whatever reason.
Well, we're gonna see some drafting here.
Oh yeah.
Might be a single line draft for a minute, but we'll see what happens. It looks like Larry Pong's gonna get a huge jump coming off the restart here.
So we already have calamity going on in the back to packets.
So you took the words right out of my mouth there.
Missed fourth gear. Patrick O'Toole making a charge from the top lane to the lead of the field. And number 44 there showing who he is. Going from fourth on that restart to first right now as Chris Smith pushes him to the lead. But Larry Pulling is not going to let him go quiet in that good night. He is going to make a charge on the bottom lane as Chris Smith cuts him off a little bit, but that's fine. That's Speedway racing right there. As Chris Smith tries to make a move for the inside. Oh, Patrick. Oh, not Patrick. Oh, Phillips gets into Larry a little bit, but he saves it down to the grass. He's coming up on track. Oh, he's fine, I think. Oh, Larry gets there we go. Nathan Gentry, and that's another wreck. There were two wrecks happening and then one caution.
So, oh, looks. I don't know what happened to Larry. He just kind of went right into Nathan there. I don't know if he's got loose. We're gonna go back and
see. There was previous contact between Phillips and Larry there as well.
Oh, is that what happened? Okay, we're
I may have overheated the tires and just got him spinning.
All right,
if you go back a microsecond, you'll see the contact.
Okay, so it was that. Oh,
just a
like
bad bump.
54 got a bad bump on Larry. That's what happened there.
And there he goes on for a ride.
Okay, we'll go back one more time. We'll go back a little bit further like we were talking about. Okay. We're going on board with Larry here.
He's getting bounced around like a ping pong ball.
Where'd he go?
You can see just clear track in front of him. Here's the old 44 Patrick O'Toole. Chris French sneaking in the frame. He's starting to panic. He's thinking, oh, the top lane's getting ahead of me. Smith pulls down. He has to lift a little bit for him, but he's able to keep her going.
Ooh.
Yeah, lift. Oh, a little bit of contact, but he does save it. I think Phillips helped him save it a little bit, but Phillips goes into the grass.
And this is, there's the contact from Lyons, and then there he goes.
Yeah, that thing got real floaty on him. He couldn't save it quite.
Looks like the 53 of Chris French is taking the lead. Looks like they're going to do fake out.
Oh, he's going to fake him out. Steve S came in, though.
No, we're still in the heat race.
Oh, yeah. We still got 3 laps to go.
So, this is going to be a show we're going to see here in tonight's feature.
Oh, yeah. As Nathan zooms down pit road, 55-mile-an-hour speed limit, and this things look like they're still flying down pit road.
I'm assuming that's going to give... Is Johnny in pit road? He's in the back? Nope.
He should be on the lead lap now, catching up to the field.
it looks like he's come to the back. So that'll bring him back on the lead lap. We all know what he can do when it comes to all these restrictor plate races. So it would not shock me if in these last couple laps we'll see him back at the front of the pack.
Oh yeah, I mean he ain't got his drafting buddy of Justin Wilson here, but he can still make something happen.
Looks like we're might be coming to one to go this time by.
I do believe so. It's gonna be another single file restart here.
Which I think is probably the best of decisions so for what we've seen. But no, this is great, fantastic action. And this is, again, this is not even for points. This is just for bragging rights to go through the rest of the season. I'd almost would think maybe advocating for these upgraded engines for next week too at Vegas.
They've had some conversations with drivers and they might be thinking about having an upgrade engine everywhere. As the pace lights are off, we're getting ready to go again with 3 laps to go in this heat race here. We are getting ready to go. The only one out of fast repairs and fully damaged is the number 54, Devin Leons. He's not going to be able to continue to the end of the heat race. But that just means he's going to start in the back of the feature here of 35 laps in the feature. You got plenty of time to make that up.
Oh, yeah. You got plenty of time. We've seen these drivers one lap go all the way from the front to the back to the back to the front again. So, yeah, they did that. My strategy was right. I'd almost lay back there for a while. Because it's got to be calamity through that whole pack.
Oh, yeah.
Like you said, Jacob, we're back green.
So yeah, see if we see some drafting partners here as everybody tries to calm down a little bit. Maybe not. You ain't got no time to calm down. There's 2 laps to go. See if Larry Pullen can pull off the back to the front, to the back to the front. As we have a pass for the lead of the Patrick O'Toole making a move on the inside. He's got no drafting help though.
Almost looks like it doesn't matter. Is it because you
No,
got
not really.
right on the tail of French there, and it looks like Patrick was still towing on him as we got a squaggle back here, 3 wides here for 4th.
Yeah, as they're starting to race each other, the pack is starting to catch up again.
And they are there once again. As we're here on
We're back to double file pacing as we're on the final lap here. Coming around to the final corner, I think, if I'm not lost. I am lost, never mind.
Oh, they're thinking about 4 wide for this lead here, Jacob.
Oh yeah, you can make it happen just as simple as you can.
Oh, here we go.
See, Phillips is going to push French a little bit, get him up front so he can get a little bit of a hold down on the bottom. He takes that advantage there. Patrick O'Toole might be splitting it down the middle. Not quite. He backs out of it. Oh, Chris French a little squirrely. Oh, Danforth a little squirrely. Big old contact happening. As I believe it is going to be Nathan Gentry taking the win of the heats.
Followed by Randy Gross, and then looks like Jacob Phillips there, rounding out our top 3 starting positions for tonight's feature. And look who sneaked up to 4th after that.
Larry Poling, my man. He's going to be my horse I'm going to bet on today. I made a broadcast curse of him, but man, he's looking good.
So yeah, Nathan Gentry taking the pole for tonight's feature, followed by Randy Gross in 2nd, Jacob Phillips in 3rd, Larry Pauling in 4th. Oh, well, as see the session kind of flip-flop, but
Well, I think it's for some reason. Yeah, it's going to warm up now, so I'll give you the grid here.
All right, let's
See if they
pull it. Oh, hold up. This is the
slight technical difficulties. Please hold.
Yep. So this is the warm up.
So either way, I'll just list it off for you. Hopefully, you're paying attention to old Turbo here. So starting on pole position for this feature is going to be the number 1 car. Starting in first is going to be Nathan Gentry. Then after that, in second position is going to be the 34 of Danny Gross. And then in third position is going to be the 56 of Jacob Phillips. And in fourth position, my betting horse, the number 69 of Larry Poling. And in fifth position, the number 60 of Steve Vest. In sixth, the man who missed the start is going to be the number 52 of Johnny Rapp, starting up in the top half a little bit, kind of. I think it's top half. Not really. And the 7 car matching his starting position is going to be the number 7 of Paul Hahn. And Patrick O'Toole, who made a hard charge to the front, is going to be starting here in 8th place in the same story with the 53 of Chris French, but 9th. And then the 88 of James Danforth and 10th. Both of those, all those 3 running up front and got caught up in a last second wreck. And then Devin Lyons in the number 54, I do believe, is going to be starting in last place. But you've seen that don't matter.
Looks like the only one on track at this point in time here in the warm up is 44 Patrick O'Toole.
You're just getting a little bit more laps under them tires, getting the thing figured out.
Mm-hmm.
I have been informed by the driver. He ran up to the driver booth during warm up here. It is in fact Lions, not Leon's.
There you go.
So I've been bouncing back and forth, and
but yeah, we have 11 drivers here, and I think any of those 11 can win this thing tonight.
oh yeah, this pull a name of a hat, and there's your betting horse.
I still have a sneaky suspicion that 52 is gonna be up there by the time this is all said and done.
I'm still betting on them dark horses, man. Yeah, as we have here about 2 minutes left for the warm up, I'm really excited to see how this series is going to go, man. It's like you have a lot of variety in tracks. A lot of variety in tracks, and just a lot of variety in cars with 3 different bodies, and it's going to be real fun to watch, I tell you. As Patrick O'Toole leaves the track a little bit, he may have had to go get a gas can or something.
But
as we have these establishing shots of beautiful Michigan Speedway.
Mm-hmm. As like these first couple of races on this season almost makes me wish we were out there. Especially this one. This one looks like a blast.
We can broadcast from inside the cars. It's fine.
As it's like Vegas, I'm hoping maybe you'll get kind of the same situation going on with there. Because we're at about 40 seconds from getting to our grid, but looks like some of that
abnormally long warm up.
Looks like some of that fog that was here during tonight's heat race is kind of dissipating, so hopefully we're going to have some good visibility as we're going into tonight's feature.
That was the issue the spotters couldn't see.
So you're going with the 69 there, Jacob?
Oh yeah, that's my horse, I tell you.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Like I said, I have a feeling 52 of Johnny Rapp's gonna be the winner on this one. Just he kind of laid in the weeds a little bit after he got his laps back during that last Gosh, I don't know if he got in that melee or whatever coming to the checker, but
I think when I saw it, he narrowly escaped it and just drove her down to the grass to move away, and
mhm.
was able to get himself up to, I don't remember what position off the top of my head.
Well, we'll see in just a second.
8th.
As we're getting ready to get
Or
in
no,
our grid.
6th. I can't count.
As we're, again, we'll go through the grids. Here you got the one of Nathan Gentry. Is going to be on the pole for tonight's feature. Followed by the 34 of Randy Gross in second. The 56 Jacob Phillips in third. The 69 of Larry Pauling in fourth. The 60 of Steve S in fifth. And the 52 of Johnny Rapp in sixth.
And following in behind them, I got my announcer voice going on again. It's like we're at a wrestling event. It is the number 7 car of Paul Hahn starting in 7th. Right next to him is the 44 Patrick O'Toole, if he can come back to the track in time after getting some gas and ice cream. And in number 9th place is going to be the 53 of Chris French there in the yellow and black banana car. And next to him is going to be the number 88 of James Danforth in the 10th position. Those two are quite drafting partners, I've noticed, throughout these heat races. So them starting side by side might not be the best thing in the world for him. And then starting in 11th is going to be number 54 of Devin Lyons.
Oh, looks like we might have lost a horse to this one.
Yeah, Patrick O'Toole, I don't think he's going to be back in time with the gas. As we're getting ready here for 35 laps of pure, unadulterated action.
So we got, like I said, that 69 starts in second row. We both know, coming off that first one, how fast he was getting to the front.
Oh, yeah.
Both of our horses right in a row right there.
Oh, yeah. So I think Johnny's the only one running a Dodge.
So we're going to go on board with him. As it looks like we're coming to the green here.
Yep, race car's off. We're getting ready to go. Green flag is out. Phillips with a great jump, giving a large push to Nathan Gentry here. As Johnny gives a good push to Larry Pollock. As we're still side by side for now. We're waiting until we get 3 wide here. See Larry backing up from the pack here, but I'm going to say that strategy has got a trick up his sleeve. So I am wondering with the heat races here, is the field going to calm down a little bit for the first half of this race? As I say that, we go 3 wide for a position. Chris French spreading this field, getting up in front in second position on top row. But that only being 5th place on track.
This is like
So Nathan Gentry taking the short way around the track.
Here comes Randy Gross there up on the top side, trying to contend with Nathan here for the lead.
Knock on them, goes silently on that good night. He's closing the door like a McDonald's drive-thru. Don't think about what I say too much, it doesn't make sense.
So that's a little bit of movement to the back of the 69 of Larry there. He's trying to side draft off of the 7 of Paul Hahn there.
See, he might take a slot into the inside lane, but he is committed to the top row.
Ooh, he's gonna get
side
loose.
a little
There
bit
he
too much.
goes.
Door bangs to number 7. Save it,
the grass.
come on,
Oh.
I may have broadcast cursed him a bit too much.
Just a little bit.
So I do believe we are still green as they're able to make it way to the pits.
And we are still green.
Caution's out now.
Alright, we're gonna go back and take a look and see what happened on that. Go back a little bit further. Looks like Larry was just kind of sideways almost 3/4 through that corner there before he finally lost it.
He thought he was in Tokyo.
He's like, it might almost look like a little bit of netcode going on there.
Yeah, I think the netco thought he hit the 7-car a bit harder than he did, and that just got him into the grass and wasn't able to save it. Hard old lick, but that old man, he can take some.
We're gonna go board with Larry here. See ya. Yeah, I think netcode got him on that one.
Yeah, it was just a slight tap, and the netcode flung him across the track. He
Yeah.
shifts down to save the car, and that just, he's destroyed. But they do have a fasty here for the feature, so he was able to graciously bring that thing down to pit road. Surprised that thing still got steering.
Probably completely swap out their steering box and everything on that. So top 5 as we're running right now is got the 1 of Nathan Gentry, followed by the 34 of Randy Gross, the 56 Jacob Phillips, and third. Fourth, you got the 53 of Chris French, and right now our top 5 is the 60 of Steve Est.
So that's a very talented top 5, but this whole field is, man. Literally anybody here could win. Not only because it's super speed, but I feel like these guys are really tightly knit in skills.
Mm-hmm.
It does look like Larry Pauling and Danforth got trapped a lap down. As we're giving everybody time to get caught up to the field here. I said, what might be leading these wrecks to something I said earlier, where these cars have 110% more power. I don't think these tires are designed to go that fast.
Mm-mm. It seems like they have a line. If you step over that line, and you're pretty much in no man's land at that point.
Hmm.
I know when we've drove these cars in the past, especially once you get to some heat and wear through those tires, you kind of do have to start tickling the throttle and make sure you don't spin the tires.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I don't know if these are on old school bias plies or what, but they do kind of get a little tricky, especially like you said with that upgraded power in these machines. That might make that just a tad bit more complicated.
Oh, yeah. I mean, these tires, they're quite skinny for racing tires, and I'm pretty sure they got grooves in them at the very least. So when you start setting a bit of 151 mile an hour down to the corners, that's going to overwhelm the tire quite a bit. As we have here, I'm pretty sure we're about ready to get to 1 to go here. Going to get him crossed up, ready to go. Yep, 1 to go. Pace car lights are off. As we get everybody crossed up. Okay, good. I didn't break that part. It's only the heat races that were single file.
Create some havoc here.
We've seen from the LDMS series that my session making is hit or miss. See, Danforth is trapped 2 laps down, but Larry Pauling, that means if a caution comes out, he's going to be put back on the lead lap as the lucky dog.
Makes me wonder if Danforth just decided to maybe sit down pit road just to repair the car instead of taking his fasty. Yep.
Yeah, you said what I was literally about ready to say, I tell you. I was getting ready to start with sentence. You said anyways. Say Chris Smith's got a lot of funky strategies going on down the pace laps. He's hit the wall, get some weight shaved off the car and on the grass to cool down the tires. He's doing everything he can to get this thing rigged up, ready to go. As we have here the pace cars peeling off into pit road as we're getting ready to go again. Only 6 laps into this thing, not even a heat race completed yet. About 29 laps to go. The green flag is out and we're ready to go. Johnny Rabb with a great start in the back there. Getting a good old shove to the number 60 of Steve Vest. As the 53 and 34 are glued together on the top row. We're going to see if they can cook up anything here. Make sure, see if they got some instant noodles or a fine steak dinner.
Ooh, it looks like it's a little dicey up there front with Nathan as Randy there gets a push from Chris.
Oh yeah, Nathan may have checked up a little bit. I know he was having some gear shifting issues that may have checked out the bottom lane. But was able to gather himself back up and make another push. Randy Gross does take the bottom lane to block off Nathan Gentry here. As we have a little bit of a top 5 peeling away, but Steve Vest is slowly climbing back in, so is that 52.
We're going to go on board with 7 of Paul Hahn here.
I am curious to see how close they get to that shift light turning on, because these things, they're on the edge of the gearing already, and with this drafting, it's going to be something interesting. As he gets up to the back of Tris Spencer, giving him a little bit of a shove. So as we have here a little bit more shoving the pace, the shift light's not coming on going into the corners, so these things still got plenty of race to give. As he sees out of the front window, Jacob Phillips making a charge down the middle lane to get up front. He said he wants to lead the top lane now, as Johnny Rapp gets stuck on the middle lane here. No help around, but that doesn't mean much right now. He's still able to make positions. Johnny Rapp by himself, if no drafting, might lead this thing.
Like I said, we've seen where it can happen. I don't know if it's just that dirty air. Oof.
See, he drifts up in front of the top lane here. They got in the 56 tight. As Chris Smith gives a shot to the number 56, Jacob Phillips. But we have an amazing drafting partnership going on here between Randy Gross and Nathan Gentry. Those two were glued together again in the backstretch, and they're already making a charge for the lead.
Looks like Phillips dives to the mid groove as Chris French. Also, he goes a little bit lane further. He's going to try to go down and side drafts off of Gross there. Oh, we had contact.
More contact between Larry Pauling and Lyons.
We're
Larry Pauling have a very bad feature here.
Gonna stay green here.
It is looking like it so far.
We're staying green as we got this entanglement up front. They're thinking about going 3 wide here for the leads. If you want to figure that out, then we'll go by side there, Jacob.
Hold.
As we're going 3 wide for the lead here.
Let me double check something. We're good to go.
Alright, just let me know. As we got that battle. It looks like Paul Hahn there up on the top side there with Steve Vest going straight to the lead.
Alright, we're good to go.
Alright. So we're going to go side by side here.
So you have your number 54 making a run on the inside, or the outside, sorry. As he comes down a little bit, side drive 69 comes down too far, and looks like he almost blew a tire there. And that just ended both of their days. I do believe they've both taken their faster pairs. So a sad old way to end it, because Larry Pauling was some fast, I tell you.
But this is a battle up front. Look at
Oh yeah.
56 of Jacob Phillips got up front as we're going 3 wide between Paul Hahn and Chris French here.
It's looking like rush hour traffic out there.
Yeah.
Going down the QEW down to Toronto. Got about 6 lanes going at once. That's a reference only I will get. Oh, a little bit of contact between Steve
Oh,
Vest
he
and
tries to
Steve
save
Kelsey.
it.
Almost saves it.
Oh, there is the big
flag
one.
is out, and there is everybody.
That is the big one. You go back and take a gander at that. Looks like, oh, Steve Escott came down. Did the classic, what we come to know as a restrictor plate move. Just did not match up with the Phillips bumper there. It just upset the air, which got him loose. It looked, Phillips tried to save it, but unfortunately, like we had talked about, maybe this power, this engine package we got here tonight might just unsettle the tires as he tried to catch it.
So as soon as he started getting loose and the tires cracked open, I think laying in the follow just didn't save her much.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he had a good job saving it, and at the very end, he just lost it, and there goes the entire field.
I think the only one that came out of that with not any damage is our leader, Chris French, there.
Looking like James Danforth's good to go, too. He's still got his fast he banked. He might be the only one that has it still, other than French.
Ooh.
After this.
That front end of the 7th Paul Hahn there is killed.
He's drawing a modified out there.
I'm pretty sure this is gonna pretty much eliminate everyone's fasties right here.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a clean slate now. As James Danforth goes to take another one of his laps back, as he does get the lucky dog. Number 34 don't look that beat up, to be honest with you. I was looking at it compared to everybody else.
It looks like he got a little bit of damage there in the bumper and trunk.
Phillips with a major overshot in this pit road.
The same with
And
Randy
shot.
Gross there.
Look, if there's anything about overdrive, we don't miss your pit road mistakes.
It looks like the boys there on that 7 car got his new front end on it.
It's like an F1 pit stop right there. They had that front bumper ready to go, slap run, go. Another thing is, they only got one set of tires behind the wall, so there could be another. I think everybody's taking their tires at this point, other than maybe French.
Looks like as of right now, him, Phillips, and then Vest still hasn't taken tires yet.
Okay.
It looks like they're not going
there
to.
for the end.
I think they're just gonna
They've
sit
already
there.
taken their fasty there. Say Phillips took his fasty there in the beginning when he had only 3 tires on the car, so I don't blame him taking it then.
So resetting the top 5 here, we got the 53 of Chris French, followed by the 7 of Paul Hahn, the 52 of Johnny Rapp, the 34 of Randy Gross, and then round out our top 5 is the 1 of Nathan Gentry. So it looks like Steve has got enough repaired coming back out here.
See that he saw that, he looked at the car, the crew said that's good enough. He said, "Sounds good, I'm going."
And it looks like we're coming to green this time by. We're still a few laps from halfway here. So the action might have to calm down a little bit, or we might not have any cars left after.
Yeah.
I guess if it gets to that point, as long as they don't have meatballs, then these drivers can just see what they can do.
Oh, you're good to go after that. So I do believe Danforth and Phillips are the only cars to car a lap down other than the DNFers. As the pace car peels off here. Say the rest of this field thinking we should calm down, and Phillips and Danforth like, no, we need to get amped up again. I need my lucky dog position. Green flag is in the air as French makes a run for the lead. Pushed by the number 52 of Johnny Rapp here. That is side-by-side numbers, 53 into 52. The 7's a bit far away in that, but he's still behind him.
They're all kind of spread out at this point. We're probably going to be within a lap and a half before these other drivers get back right up to this top 3 here.
Oh yeah, I think he has one good push after you get up to speed and you're good to go.
We got that battle for second between the 7 of Paul Hahn there and the 52 of Johnny Rapp. Is that field behind him has caught them once again. And the Hornet's nest is about to ensue.
Yep, the Hornet's nest is getting back ripped right open. As Johnny Rapp touched the grass a little bit, that got him a bit loose, and that lost him ground to Chris French here. That's going to lose Chris French's drafting partner. But we have seen that drafting partner does not necessarily matter.
It looks like Nathan Gentry's giving Paul Hahn there a well of a push going up here for the lead.
It's two Johnny Rapp's looking like he's getting ready to be shot out of a cannon. They got the wick burning, ready to go. He's hearing his crewmates yelling, ready, aim, fire.
Ooh, this French rose a side draft off of Nathan there to slow him down, and he's going to get some momentum trying to pass Paul.
See Paul Hahn going up to get a little bit of help from the same body. So you all got G bodies on the bottom and the split bumpers up top.
It looks like Phillips decided to take some momentum and gets it right out there to the back of Chris French here.
So we are looking at a 3-wide move possibly, unless Phillips gives them the room. Phillips might just organically get his lap back.
I think that's kind of the plan here.
He's not waiting on no caution. He's getting it back Dale Earnhardt style. As indeed, Jigga Phillips leading the pack, but he's also 7th in position.
Looks like
as
he
that
kind of lost some
bottom lane
momentum there.
does lose some momentum there. We said the exact same thing at the exact same time. See, I'm losing words because I'm just speechless on how this pack looks, man. It's weird looking, you know, seeing street stocks on this wide of a track.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't usually what you bring your hobby stock to, you know what I mean?
Well, you say that, and then you kind of think about it and what's actually going on. So, when we talk about the restrictor plate races for NASCAR, these are engines that's built for 9,000 RPMs. Well, they are choked down with the restrictor plates to about 400 horses, which that's probably what these street stockers got going on tonight. It's just they don't have the aerodynamics or probably the gearing that some of the bigger cars have.
Gearing, suspension, dynamics, like everything.
Yeah.
These cars are a lot softer, and that's going to make the bumps upset the car a little bit more. Well, not necessarily more, but multiple bumps at a time is going to make the suspension a bit more confused.
Unload it.
Yeah. So yeah, here the top lane is desperately trying to get going again, but they're not able to get itself organized to get past this number 753 wall between Paul Hahn and Chris French, respectively. As we are approaching 10 laps to go in 4 laps or so. It's a very roundabout way of saying there's 14 laps to go, but you know what I mean. As you do have Jacob Phillips desperately trying to get himself on the lead lap organically.
This guy getting a big push from Nathan Gentry. It looks like Paul's going to come up to block it a little bit.
See, Gentry said he's got the sticky glue ready. He's going to tape himself to the back of the 56 and go.
Now we've got some movement. Looks like Nathan Gentry's got to get a little bit of draft as he's going to go straight to the back quarter paddle of Chris French here.
See, Gentry said he'd worked with Phillips and he saw this opportunity. He said, "No, I'm going for the lead, brother."
It looks like that two-car tandem of Paul Hahn and Chris French is a pretty good, like you were saying, wall there. It's blocking everyone.
But they do get separated, and that brings Chris French to the top, having to defend against Jacob Phillips here.
Whoa, we're going to have
Phillips
some
and Gentry
calamity.
a little bit of contact, but they're good to go. A little bit of door banging, handshaking out the window, and you're good to go.
Randy Gross coming up from the top. He's a little ring right back up to the back of Phillips.
Usually at this point we do it through the field, but I mean the field's been switching around so much. People we'd be talking about like later on is up to the front. So I mean, there's been a really nice rotation of drivers here and there in this race.
It's like I still think we're seeing a little hold back a little bit. I think we're been probably about 5 or 6 laps of actually seeing how gnarly it's gonna get.
Oh yeah. So right now Danforth is doing a very opposite job of Phillips, the two lap down cars. Phillips is trying to get himself back organically. Danforth is playing it safe in the back, trying not to get collected.
Looks like we lost all momentum up to the front. I say that, and Nathan Gentry gets a whale of a run from Steve Vest there and bring Paul right back up to the front.
So you got your 3 veterans of the series here. I mean, these 3 have been throughout, I think, all seasons of both mini stock and street stocks here, the Sunday nights.
As we're going 3 wide for the lead here.
Nathan Gentry ain't scared of no man, and Steve Vest looking to make it 4. He backs out of it a little bit. Chris Smith hits the wall, comes down, almost touches Paul Hahn, but he's able to keep it under him. So Steve Vest might have something up his sleeve here, but getting close to 10 to go.
Him and Nathan is doing well of a job there in the bottom. He contemplated doing a slingshot there, or he might just got a little bit loose to the point that almost looked like he tried to pull out.
So I will say I was watching the onboards during practice, and if you cut down on a guy, the air on the front end goes away, and he'll get right tight, loose, all the above.
You saw that exact same thing, right? As you said that happened to the 3rd and 4th right there. As we're once again going 3 wide for the lead.
So if you've done some official racing at Charlotte, you see that when someone cups down in front of you, you lose all steering. We'll now amplify that by 10 mile an hour and 0.5 miles of track. You got one, man.
We're getting sniffing of some 4 wide action going here.
They're testing it. They're seeing if they can do it. A little bit of lessons learned for next time.
Ooh.
Next time around. See, there is a photographer here salivating at this racing here, thinking of all the awesome shots he can get.
Ooh, looks like French goes up to the top. He's going to see if he can get the momentum from Gross there to bring him all the way to the front. And we're going to go 3 wide here once again.
These guys do not like staying side by side for long. They want to be 3, 4 wide the whole way around.
And Paul is just by himself right there in the mid lane. Just keeping it
For
up
some reason,
with
it seems like
Gentry here.
if you're by yourself in the mid lane, it doesn't seem like it hurts you very much.
Well, it's crazy. I just don't know if it's the bad air, and once you're in the front, you're in that mid lane. There's not any turbulence or what? But you're right. I wonder if it has this kind of having what to do, like you were talking about the wake of everyone nose to tail and kind of lose the front end. So when you're right there in the middle by yourself, you're not gonna get that turbulent air.
Because I've only seen it happen in the middle lane. Like if someone's by himself in the top lane, you're seeing Chris French here, they immediately start dropping the back. But if you're in the middle lane by yourself, you can start moving up forwards.
Oh,
Pretty
Randy
weird
goes,
study going on aerodynamics.
So Randy goes from the mid lane up to the top, and he takes it to the lead.
This thing for a little bit.
Ooh, this is where you're
Steve
having
Vest
nip
is
and
gonna say
tuck.
otherwise.
French is thinking about taking the 4 there. He's peeking.
He thinks better of it for now as he gives Paul Hahn a good shove. So if I'm not mistaken, you got Paul Hahn and Chris French as big fast teammates, aren't they?
I do believe so.
Some sort of
yes.
teammates.
Yep. Oh man, this is slobber knocker going on here.
We've been able to stay like this for about 16 laps now. Like,
I think these drivers finally got their bearings there going on there. They got some ideas and they know they can run with it.
So everybody's got the drafting partner ready to go. So.
Oh man, Vest gets a little bit loose there.
See, Vest gets a bit loose because of shove from Phillips. Get back up with Nathan Gentry. Gentry really like running that apron. I mean, you lose banking, but I mean, if you can keep the momentum going down there, you're good to go.
They keep sniffing that 4 wide action. I have a
They're thinking
feeling.
about it. There's still 5 laps to go.
I have a feeling we're gonna probably take a 4 wide here for the finish here, if we don't end up yard selling us.
Yeah. I'm saying 6 wide, man. Let's see what happens. So you got 6 cars in the lead lap. I say 6 wide to the finish.
That'd be wild.
Looking like an old dirt track local thing about the 4 wide, 5 wide salute they do in the beginning.
Mm-hmm. But naturally, yeah, that'd be pretty wild.
Yeah.
As we're 5 to go here.
Everybody did lose their drafting partners a little bit, but they're able to get linked up again. As I say that, Paul Hahn loses Chris French a little bit as Chris French tries to make a move ahead of him.
Here comes Gross.
4 wide for the lead.
Wrap.
Look at that camera angle right there. That is a 4 wide sandwich ready to go for the lead here as Nathan Gentry gets the momentum on the bottom here. See, Randy Gross and Paul Hahn losing the momentum. They're able to slip down to the 2nd row. I can't even say track positions. I don't even know what it is. As Nathan Gentry comes up a little bit, may have door banged him, but they're still 4 wide here.
Go for the lead there.
Johnny Rapp giving a push to the 34 of Randy Gross. Holy moly, this thing is insane.
As we're 4 laps to go.
We're going to be like this for 4 laps, I'd say.
4 laps of jet fighter formation here. Here we go.
I went to see a street stock race. I saw an air show instead. So we got side draft. There is no air for anybody on the rear of these cars. See, Paul Hahn's still sticking him out himself by himself on the 3rd lane there. So he loses a little bit coming into the corners, but out of the corners he still gets the run out of it. He does tuck behind Chris French for now.
We're coming 3 to go. We can go to the chopper and you can see the turbulence that these drivers are going through right now.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of left, right in the old steering wheels.
Mm-hmm. We're all kind of lost momentum. I think everyone's catching their bearings to see what's going to happen in these last couple laps.
That was a test for the end.
I
do
believe
we can actually do this.
They say that we're 3 wide, 2 rows deep at this point.
Talladega, Michigan, boys. So I will say Johnny Rapp here in number 52 has not left the back end of Randy Gross. I mean, everybody here has picked a dance partner and is stuck with him. As Danforth throws his hat in the ring, pushing number 52, that's pushing number 34.
We're coming to the white flag next time by. We're going to see what we got at this point.
Man, I am excited. Paul Hine makes a move to the top, abandoning his dancing partner of Chris French. 3 wide going down the backstretch. See if anything can happen here. Man, I am borderline speechless, so I'm going to keep speaking what I can. So everybody's getting fanned out a little bit here as Nathan Gentry takes commanding lead. Steve Vest is looking like he might take this thing a little bit as far as he can go. We are looking at a side-by-side finish between the 53 and Chris. I don't know. My hands are in the air. We need to.
Here we go. Here comes the 4. I
don't know who led that final lap, but
this is it. The final lap here. We're gonna see if these guys are driving up. We can see if they can get to that 4 wide once again, coming to the checkered flag. Oh, we have some door banging.
Phillips.
So
As
3
Steve
wide.
West putting a hounder on the back of the one there. Nathan Gentry better be able to hold on to this thing as we are coming down to the end.
Looks like we lost the momentum.
Man, if I win this thing as Nathan Gentry, oh look out! If Nathan Gentry wins this thing, he's gonna have to buy Steve Vest a burger. I tell you, holy moly! I don't know.
There we go, side by side. I think he got him.
I don't know. I honestly God don't know.
Wow, timing says French.
French by inches. Have you ever?
We're gonna go back and see if we can get. All right, we're gonna see if we can get frame by. Oh nope, that was not what I wanted. All right, we're gonna go.
Man,
that was pretty wild there.
I think iRacing's wrong.
Like I said, that almost looked like Nathan there. We're gonna go back and see if I can. You might have to see if you can do it by frame there.
I'm gonna get an image at the very least, man. Holy. I don't know.
Okay, so I think this is on screen. I think this is coming to. Let's see where this is. All right, here we go. I think it's coming to the flag right here. I think I agree, Jacob. I almost think iRacing got it wrong.
I mean, I got an image right here on my screen. I mean, it's not the line, but the next frame is way past the line. I think French got him by a millimeter, maybe. My only guess is that iRacing doesn't take into account the little kick out of the front end of the split bumper.
That's so wild.
0.003 seconds is the gap to second, and then 0.0073 is third. That is insanity.
Yeah. So I guess we'll just go with what the iRacing has said. So you got Chris French to win, Nathan Gentry in second, followed by the 7 of Paul Hahn in third, the 60 of Steve Vest in fourth, the Randy Gross in fifth, Johnny Rapp in sixth, Jacob Phillips in seventh, James Danforth in eighth, Devin Lyons in ninth, Larry Pauling in 10th, and rounding out our fields tonight is the 44 of Patrick O'Toole.
There we go. And ready to hear from us is the Mr. 0.073 second man himself, number 7 of Paul Hahn, finishing a very, very close third. Man, what a race, man. I can't get over it, man. But we're ready to hear from our third place finisher, number 7. Here he is. Put your hands together. Everybody welcome the number 7 of Paul Hahn. Can you hear us? How's it going, man?
Hey, pretty good, guys. How are you guys doing?
We're pretty good. We just watched a barn burn of a race, man.
Yeah, it was pretty hectic.
Say, what was your thoughts coming down to the end there? Did you think you could push someone to the lead? Were you trying to get a run out and just not able to get enough momentum to make up 0.073 seconds or what?
You know, I thought I had a pretty good game plan. Had a pretty good line. Second groove seemed to get a pretty good run off where I could keep them at bay on both the inside and outside. But Chris got by me on the inside and took my second groove strategy away. So I had to try to battle on the third groove and just didn't get any help.
Say, man, I mean, for the last about 10 laps there was no air for nobodies. I mean, you all had your drafting partners that you stuck to the whole time. Kudos to that one, but there was just nowhere for anybody to go for a little bit.
I know there was probably about a handful of laps that it seemed like it was 4 abreast the whole way around.
And with the heat races, I can't remember where that had you start off from.
I think I finished 7th in the heat race, got involved in that late race, just ripped out all the steering, and I limped it home 7th. So all in all, it was fun. It was a lot better than the heat race for sure.
Oh yeah, a lot better result, better time. I mean, I think with this kind of track, I don't think qualifying really mattered much.
No, just stay out of trouble, and got involved in that early wreck when Jacob, I think, got out of shape and collected a bunch of cars. Luckily, we had the quick repair. I didn't change tires, came out second. Thought we were going to have another caution towards the end, and I was maybe going to put on tires and see what we could do, but that never happened.
I mean, one last question for you before we can get to your sponsors here. I mean, this race, we ticked up the engines 110%. Could you feel it much, or?
You know, it's been so long since I drove these cars. Honestly, I couldn't tell you if it was better or not. I mean, cars seem to have the power through the corners and stuff. They weren't bogging down. They seemed to suck up pretty good, and bump drafting was pretty good. Didn't get the cars too bad out of shape.
There you go. And as I hinted to before, say again, congratulations on your third place finish. Do you have anybody you want to shout out? Anybody you want to thank here?
I'll just thank you guys. It's been a long time since I came back running here, so it was fun seeing everyone again. It was wish we could have squeaked out the win, but you know, third place isn't too bad. And just thank you too for broadcasting this and putting it on. And I got a shout out to the boys at Big Fast Racing. That was about it, bud.
There you go. I mean, man, if this race wasn't broadcasted, if you told people to finish this thing, they wouldn't believe you.
No, this is definitely, you got to see it to believe it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, there you go. Here again, congratulations on your third place finish. Hopefully we see you around some other times. And yeah, just congratulations. Have yourself a good time for the rest of the night.
Thanks.
And that was a number 7 of Paul Hahn here. And we just talked to Mr. 0.073. Let's talk to 0.003. Here comes the number 1 car of Nathan Gentry. Put your hands together to possibly the winner of the Iris and Canada's front bumper. Welcome to the stage, Mr. 0.003 himself, the number 1 Nathan Gentry. How's it going, man?
Hey, buddy. What's happening?
Not much. I mean, that might be the closest finish ever broadcasted on Overdrive Racing Media. Automotive Media.
That was exciting. That whole race was a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah, it was a barn burner for sure. So I'm curious what your thoughts were coming into the race and what your thoughts are coming out of the race, both from practice on to finish.
Well, I just squeaked in there, barely made the grid. I didn't have any expectations. I was excited to try the 110% power package. That's a lot of fun. I figured we'd have a lot of close pack racing, and it would be quite a bit of fun for everybody. And I was shocked to I had a little intervention from Jacob there to win the heat, but I was kind of shocked to find myself there leading so deep into the race.
So, I mean, man, it's just like starting on pole, almost finishing the race. If iRacing counted your little stick out on the front bumper, you have this. I don't think it does because your car would be longer than the 53.
Yeah, that's true. But like I told the guys, if I ever won an SRL race, I'd have to retire because it'd be all downhill from there for me. With all the stiff competition we got.
Say the racing gods came down and said you haven't peaked yet.
Yeah.
So I know you hinted at it earlier, but compared to stock power to 110% power, was there much noticeable difference?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I think iRacing would do well to have a little 110% series, but yeah, I can't wait to run that package.
So we have some internal discussions here on the channel, making it maybe we just make it at least 105% at the short track, see what that can make.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
It might be in store for Southern. But again, here, I mean, congratulations on being part of the closest finish in Overdrive Automotive Media channel. Congratulations on your second place, man. Do you have anybody you want to thank? Anybody you want to shout out?
I just want to thank all the ladies back at Emerald City in Port Charlotte, Florida. Free drinks, I guess, for me. But yeah, no, I want to thank you guys for always putting on an awesome broadcast and bringing SRL to the masses. You guys do a great job. It's been, like I said, I've said it a million times. It's been fun to watch Cam do his thing and come as far as he's come along with it. So thank you guys.
It's gotten to the point now where we can hire a turbo mouth to take over.
Yeah.
But again, thank you for showing up to race here. Thank you for putting on a show, and congratulations on the second place finish. Let's hope to see some more of that and more come for the rest of the season.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
Hey, and that was your second place finish, number 1 of Nathan Gentry. I nearly called him the wrong name. We're going to ignore that part. Kind of forgot he was sponsored by Emerald City. Caught me off guard a little bit. And again, here, everybody put your hands together. It is time. It is ready to be the second part of the closest finish in iRacing history, Overdrive Automotive Media history. It is number 53 of Chris French. Here he is. How's it going, buddy, if you can hear us?
Oh.
Say he very well may have stepped away for a little bit. We may have called him in at the wrong time, so while he gets ready here, I mean, as I said, there's going to be some photos posted. Hopefully we can get them on social media, because this race was amazing to see, and I'm going to get in there and take some really good screenshots. Add them a little bit, get rid of the grayscale, and say, I mean, Cam, what are your thoughts going through this race? I mean, this was something.
Yeah, it was obviously we're kind of. I think this is coming to the checker on screen now, but yeah, it's just crazy. I had a feeling that it could be like this. I think just like we were kind of going through the broadcast, I just think the aero for these cars are just so different between the three makes, even though I think maybe we had two here, that when you get the combination between the drafting and this extra power package going on here, it's just puts an awesome show. And like I said, I'm gonna advocate to bring this to Vegas next week, because we might see a lot of the same in Vegas. Yes, we don't have like the wide scale that Michigan brings, but it might get chaos with that big bump that Vegas has gathered the last couple of years. But no, I is ecstatic, happy for this series.
Yeah, I'm thinking with Vegas, you might not be able to be comfortably four wide. We can definitely go four wide.
Yeah, but
There we go. We got the man himself ready to go. Number 53, Chris French. How's it going, brother?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
We're doing pretty good. We just watched the closest finish in Overdrive Automotive Media history. I mean, you were part of it. You're the winner of this thing. I mean, what are your thoughts coming into the feature race here, and what are your thoughts coming out of it?
Yeah, honestly, I didn't know what to expect out of it. I didn't know if it was going to be, a wreck fest, or if it was going to be really tight, or if we might get pulled apart. I haven't ran anything with a street stock like this beyond, the short track. So after it, I think it's something that, I feel a lot better about running. Everybody gave each other a lot of room. I think with the lower speeds and being able to keep it under you a lot better, everybody was able to kind of, make those little changes that keep the big wrecks from happening. So I think overall, it was a great package. It's a great layout with this car, and everybody raced each other with a lot of respect.
There you go. And the best part of it with this 110% horsepower, everybody might be looking at your times on the leaderboard thinking, how the hell do I go faster than that? Not real. So you got a souped up engine. So, I mean,
Yeah. I didn't even know that you could adjust the power on these. So, that extra horsepower definitely made a difference. You don't really get a whole lot of slipstream, I feel like, with it. It's just enough to kind of tow you. But it's not something, like an ARCA car at Talladega where you pull up on somebody so quick that you almost don't even know what to do if you don't have the experience with it. So this was a good introduction for me.
I think this is something iRacing added literally like 4 days ago. So we might be one of the first league races to test this out, to be honest with you. History in the making right now.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of fun, and hopefully they can make it to where you can put even more power to it. I think that'd be nice too.
Crank her up to 200% and never give it to her. CO2 power. Say again here. I mean, congratulations on winning the first race. Well, not necessarily first race of the season, but first race of the preseason. Getting some good momentum going into the regular season here, going to Vegas. We think we might be increasing the power over to Vegas, get a similar result.
Yeah, it sounds great. I can't wait for the season to start, and thank you guys for putting this on.
Say we already kind of covered it. Do you have any other sponsors or people you want to thank here? The floor is yours.
Yeah, shout out to localmobilehomebuyer.com and La Lajita Mexican Restaurant in White Pine, Tennessee, and ready to get the season started.
There you go. And so you're going to be able to get rest up for another week to get back upon the wheel, get ripping around again. So we're going to let you go here. But again, congratulations on the first race of the street stock season, first win. There you go.
Thank you, guys. Hopefully by next week I put some duct tape on the right front. I didn't get it fixed today, so hopefully it'll look a little better.
It'd be kind of funny if progressively through the season it gets more duct tape on it. All right, have a good one, man.
You too. Thank you, guys.
And that was number 53 of Chris French there. I know we already covered our thoughts over the race while I was waiting for him to come back into the driver's booth here. But I mean, I'm really excited to get this season started. I'm half running this thing and commentating on it as Lake Josette style all over again, but even a little bit bigger. So my heart's racing a bit faster, but it's putting on a show so far.
yeah, it's very spectacular. I love these cars. Like I said, I was pretty stoked when y'all decided to bring them instead of another season of the mini stocks. Looks like you get a little bit, as what we saw tonight, there could be a little bit more parity, bringing a little bit more of that horsepower to the track. So I'm pretty stoked to get the rest of the season going.
See, there you go. I mean, I ain't got much left to say, which is a rarity for me.
I think that's pretty much said all my thoughts, so I guess we'll just end it there. This has been Cam Gillens and Jacob Nickerson for the Overdrive Automotive Media YouTube channel. If you like what you saw tonight, like, share, subscribe. We appreciate it here on the channel. Is that for you to also hit the bell, make sure that you hear whenever we get some of these racing started going on. Like I said, this is going to be a weekly thing, and I can't wait to get the rest of the season going on.
There you go. I mean, I was about ready to say, like, comment, subscribe, but we'll be here the exact same time next Sunday.
Yep. And for 10 more weeks. So,
Yep.
all right. Y'all have a good rest of your nights. Thank you for